All right, we gave him the toughest stuff to discuss on the business show. Our Rise business analyst Chika Mbono is joining us now. Chika, good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, good to have you back. And here we go, Chika.
Okay, the first one.
Yes.
Roses, you're looking for. I mean, I don't know how you made this Bloomberg report, the breaking news.
Okay, the dating thing. Okay. You understand there? Okay, fine. Yes, Chika, how can singles survive in this country?
You made it breaking news.
Yes.
Because you want to give us a reason again for not getting married this year. It won't work.
Chika, the costs are high. They are high costs.
I attended a wedding.
Yeah.
When things like this happen, people become very creative.
Oh, they do, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I attended a wedding in Abuja.
Was it a big wedding?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a big wedding, 2 or 3 days ago. And I was going to do a round day trip.
Yeah.
So there was a venue for the church location wedding. And logically, I was on the church when I asked, I said, where's the reception? And they told me there's no reception.
No reception? They cancelled it?
They didn't cancel it.
Okay.
What happened now is that people have because of cost reasons, it was submerged. It was merged with the church service.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was that all the things you do, money doing reception with your food package and your gift, you're all put into a pack. And some of the people on the high table, they were asking for phone numbers for your drivers and outside. And everything was, and so everything didn't last more than 3 hours.
Okay.
So there was no,
I'm taking notes.
Thank you. Difficult times.
It's very difficult.
Difficult times require very creative ideas to do. So no excuses to not get married. Moreover, this may be times now to test the culinary skills of
a potential mate.
So either way. So
cooking at home saves than going out.
Cooking in the kitchen for two of you is a bonding activity.
Indeed.
Yeah. You can get a YouTube how to make this sauce. Two of you eat together and whatever. So things can be cheap. So
food inflation is at 20%.
It's okay, but I mean in moderate things,
Indeed.
Going outside to go and eat. You remember the food you go and eat outside. Like I wanted to buy bottled water the other day. I can buy 100 Naira. I entered into Silence on. They say it's 800 Naira.
Gosh.
So you can imagine drinking the water in my house and that. So things are cheaper. So no excuses. Just be very creative.
Okay, all right, we'll be creative.
But let's focus on Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to this CBN invitation
by the Senate.
For two reasons. The first reason is that I remember when something like this happened one time. One of the members of the house was saying, "Oh, why not go and print Naira? Why not just go and print Naira?" One, it would enable us to display the level of knowledge
at the
macroeconomics of our legislators. So that when the things you see in other land and climes, we can now compare it with our own people here. And two, the wisdom of the crowd. Nobody knows it all. I believe the CBN people don't know it all also. I'm not sure. I will look forward to the people who are very smart to come up with solutions on how to help out in the country. So statements like CBN to arrest the four whatever, we'll find out how that will work out. But be that as it may, let me look at the issues for our country. And I sound like a crack record because I talk about them every time here. How does this country get foreign exchange?
Oil.
Number one is oil. Number two is non-oil export. Number three is like diaspora remittances. Number four is foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investors. Number five is loans. Now, if you pick oil, I'm just going to look at some of the issues. And oil, normally, when oil prices are rising in our country historically, and I'm being as sober as possible in this discussion, we jump up in our nation because it means that there'll be more accretion to our reserves. And it's happened. In 2016, that's what 2017, that's what made us come out from recession. And I said it in this program that at the time, the official rate was higher than this so-called alternative or free market rate, because of the fact that there was no need for anybody to go to paramarket because CBN could meet all needs because oil prices were selling, volumes the country was producing.
Yeah.
And then so we were selling oil and covering and putting into our reserves, and CBN had no choice but to defend the currency with that. Right. But so let's look at oil now. What is the situation now?
It's bad.
Everybody has spoken about the oil theft.
Yeah.
It is real.
Yeah.
On this program, I thought about the fact that the IOC, international oil companies, have said that those have been appointed, have been appointed to look after the nation for us. Sometimes when they talk about this oil theft, they sound more helpless than the international oil companies.
Right.
So I asked the question sometime again. I said, who is getting from this oil theft? So it's real.
Yeah.
Our allocation is about maybe 1.8 million barrels, 2 million barrels a day.
Yeah.
We barely produce 1 million barrels.
Yeah.
1 million barrels at $100 per barrel. Look how much give to us.
Right.
Now, if all that, even that 1.2 million barrels a day or 1 million barrels a day at $100 is going to our reserves, it will help us. But do you know what happens? We turn around to use that crude oil proceed that should have gone to our reserves to help our currency, increase our reserves. We use it to import what? Fuel.
Yeah.
Such that in the last 6 months or such, NNPC has not put a cover inside our reserves.
Right.
The growth in our reserves have been due to the Eurobonds that we actually got, and just a little trickles have come in arising from the CBN LT 200 program, which I'll talk in a minute. So oil. So the issues there, therefore, people are, I've been in so many fora where the people are beating up central bank. So central bank, what can you do about?
Can you print dollars?
What can you do about oil production?
Right.
What can you do about the fact that you need to we use the money to import PMX?
Yeah.
PMX that will sell at what now? Below market rate. Remember, it's subsidized.
Yeah.
Half of it is smuggled, according to reports.
Yeah.
Do you understand the problem now?
Of course.
So I'm hoping that the people, the senators, will understand this market and that. Non-oil exports, second level. I've spoken this program that the non-oil exporters have been screaming and crying for help, and that it takes some of them 1 week to move a container from a Papa Expressway to the port.
Yeah.
That indeed it takes longer time for some goods to move from warehouses to the port than come from China to here. And there are so many impediments, whether it's custom, whether it's the MPA, whether it's the NIMASA, whatever, it's all the police, everybody is out there to, Shylock the exporters, put impediments. Meanwhile, for a nation that's trying to diversify is away from oil, it has not been fair. It's just lately that CBN has tried to organize, focus on oil export, organize seminars that brought the MPA and everybody together to say, come and help the nation. So, again, you see the problem there.
Yeah.
Now, diaspora remittances, another area.
Yeah.
But look at what's happening abroad.
Of course.
If we have, the economies abroad are recovering, our brothers and sisters who are there may be unemployed. 2020, 2021, the volumes fell. We will hope that as they recover, they will send in money. CBN has tried. So in the limiting factor before was those who remit money were not getting market rates. But now if you bring your money in, you get market rates. Plus even the 5 Naira per dollar incentive.
Yeah, Naira for dollar.
Yeah. Naira for dollar program.
Yeah.
So that has helped. What's the other one? Thought about foreign direct investment. Foreign portfolio investment. Now, capitalism has no emotion. Right. These people who are supposed to bring money here, because the successes we recorded in the past in setting the Naira were due to FPIs and foreign direct investment.
Yeah.
But all this have run away from us.
Yeah.
One, the economic situation abroad, the interest rates abroad now are better, so people have to move there.
Yes.
Secondly, the security situation here, who will move business to us?
Yes.
So let the debate go on.
Yes.
The rate is real. FX challenges are real. And I hope that everybody will come to the basket now.
Fantastic. And Chika, I want to ask you about ways and means. The ways and what about the impact of that on the exchange rates? Is that not a critical factor to be discussed as well?
Let me. You know, I'm not an armchair economist.
Of course.
Okay. I'm in reality.
Yeah.
Listen. Even those who tell you to lose weight. They don't say you should crash from 100 kg to 5 kg or 10 kg overnight.
Okay.
Now, the central bank of every country is a banker of last resort to that government or that country. Now, so the proper way for a government to raise money is to go through the bond, like the DMO spoke about before I came in here. So that everything be structured, the amount of money going to the system, is controlled to impact inflation and so on and so forth. Now, but the makers of the law also recognize the fact that sometimes you require a short-term accommodation for the government. So that's how the Ways and Means was created. Law says it should not be more than 5% of the previous year revenue. And listen, second condition, that the previous year balance takeaway should be cleared before you can give new overdrafts to the government. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to be. Now, but look at it this way, and I'm being real here. Remember, bank of last resort of the government. Oil prices crash. That's a major source of revenue. Let everybody know it that oil is the only way we get the revenue. If it crashes, we're in trouble in this country. This country is already fat. You don't just lose weight overnight. You got to pay police, you got to pay army, you got to pay civil servants you're carrying. On not signing a report, nobody has carried it out. So many things you need to do. So the government, the recurrent expenditure of the government is very high. You need to make capital investments, you need to pay off loans. So you find that, remember what I said, the best way is to go and structure yourself and go and borrow so that everything will be calculated. So you find them yourself now, certainly, as the CBN people, I'm not defending them.
Of course.
The government wants to pay, they have no revenues coming from oil.
So Chika, I mean, if Ways and Means, if you are printing more money and there's not enough FX, that what's left with that extra printing, it will chase FX, and that actually results in the Naira falling. Does it not?
Of course it happens. It happens. Now, remember where I stopped? I said that the government needs to make expenditure. And please hear me very well. It needs to make expenditure. Primary source of revenue is what? Oil production. Now, first indictment for me for the government is that how, I thought about in this program, that there's a laissez-faire attitude towards, when somebody cut your skin, cut your hand where you're bleeding, and nobody's doing anything. That this is a national crisis. It's a war against the country. This oil theft and whatever. People have shouted, people have screamed. We would have thought that the government will unleash, its battalion.
Military and
so to go and fight these people who are, blowing up pipes, stealing our oil, our commonwealth. None of that is happening. Rather, they found it easier to go and do what? Do Ways and Means. Now, so that's one level. Now, the other level for me is, okay, if you flip it and say, why is CBN? I know that CBN is a banker of last resort to the government. But CBN seems to acquiesce, they're doing it like without a wimp. I would have thought maybe they would have also come out to raise issues about it, talk about the reality. We have to do some calculations and whatever before we even know the balance on the Ways and Means, which I'm told is about 19 trillion now. And remember what I said? The prior ways have to be like, drawdown has to be cleaned out. It should not be more than 5%. We came out from COVID, you can understand. But as we're moving towards stability now, things should be, being run down. But that's not happening. So the issues with CBN, why did the federal government find it so easy to just take the money? Why is nobody doing anything about the fact that we are bleeding on a major source of revenue? We don't see a battalion of soldiers because other things are smaller issues. They move soldiers to go and attack them. Why can't they go and address this issue. That for me, that's a problem for me.
Right.
And so once you have that kind of amount of naira that is there, remember, supply of dollars is limited. I went through the process with you now.
Of course.
Oil prices, non-oil exports, diaspora remittances, foreign direct investment,
and
foreign loans.
Yeah.
Loans we can't even go again. Because of the fact the cost of borrowing now has gone so high.
Yeah. We
had 2 tranches we got from Eurobonds. Despite all the things that the DMO people are saying, we know how the peppering things over. But they can't even go borrow that again. So that's that. Dollar will have no control. Dollar will have control over.
Yeah.
What they can have control over is what? Naira.
Yeah.
And so, but when we have too much naira, I define inflation here so much.
Of course. When
you have too much naira, pushing 2 figures having inflation. And then it appears that our appetite for imported things is never, you can't even control it. So almost literally everybody, every naira that you get, now people are using it to go and chase dollars.
Yeah.
And so when dollar is scarce, what happened?
Price goes
up.
Yep.
And remember in the CBN in the past, I haven't heard them say for some time now, we will meet every legitimate, remember they used to say demand.
Demand, yeah.
I've not heard them say it sometime now because what I see now is a letter from bank saying school fees application, apply for 6 weeks in advance. Even when a lot of parents apply now, they can't. But so, as a parent, you can't get your school fees for 6 weeks from the bank, legally, from the CBN source.
Yeah.
That just sending your kid away from school. What are you going to do? You're going to look for that. You need to do an operation, a life-saving operation for your destiny. You don't want to risk it here. You want to go abroad. You can't get official. What are you going to do?
That's a black market, yeah.
There are fundamental issues that go down to the, let's not chase the symptoms. I need us to do the deep dive into the root cause analysis of all the problems of our country.
Of course.
Now, if you remove individuals, remove minister for this, remove CBN governor, remove this, remove that, it may be some sentiments, some improvement, but the issue is, the fundamental issue remain for us here.
The same.
Will the source of our dollars supply increase? Will it increase? Will it increase? That's the issue.
Yeah.
For me, that's what the point is. If you stop the ways and means for the government tomorrow, and they start saying they want to pay salaries but they don't have, what will happen? Now, do you recall something now?
Yeah.
Nobody has apologized to the governor of Edo State. What's his name again? Obaseki. Do you remember what he said one time?
About the borrowing.
About the borrowing to share. And everybody came after him. And you can see it's justified now.
Yeah.
So these are fundamental issues in our country. And I don't want to bring them down to individuals. For example, subsidy. If we remove subsidy today, the way we have advised that it should be done, the salutary impact it can have to our foreign currency. So those are the issues. It's not just peppering over the symptoms, but the root cause challenges we have in our country, and we need to address them.
Chika, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us on the Global Business Report.